I'm good, Graham. You?
Yeah, not bad. Thank you very much. Not bad. So here we are, episode 2 of 5 with Clive, becoming a weekly episodic series that we're doing, trying to support our members and others through particular topics. Last week we discussed Brexit very generally, and part of Brexit obviously is the Northern Ireland Protocol, which we're going to cover today. So, I mean, firstly, Great Britain to Northern Ireland, traders are trying to move goods through there, but there's a lot of changes in place. So, yeah, what are those changes and what do those traders have to do?
Okay, Graham. I mean, for me, this is where the biggest change is going to occur on the 1st of January. So we have what we know to be the Northern Ireland Protocol. And if we just talk about why that was introduced, then we can get an understanding of what needs to change and what has to change 1st of January. Northern Ireland Protocol is all about avoiding a hard border on the island of Ireland. So to allow free movement of goods between Northern Ireland and Republic of Ireland and vice versa. So effectively what the EU and UK have agreed is to achieve this, Northern Ireland has to remain, or we want Northern Ireland to remain in the customs union and the UK customs territory, but it will have to operate the EU within the EU customs code, and that's the critical element.
Okay.
So to achieve that, then the Northern Ireland Protocol requires some form of control of the goods, on those goods moving from GB to Northern Ireland. So quite in simple layman's terms, what was a UK and what is currently, as we sit here tonight on a Sunday evening, is that is a domestic leg of transport, quite simply, supported by commercial documentation. Come January, it's a frontier movement, quite simply. So whatever Boris tells you, there is now a border between Liverpool and Belfast. Quite where, no one quite knows, but there is for all intents and purposes. So that's a big change. And what that basically means is that there are now going to be import declarations required into Northern Ireland. So our traders, our members, moving their goods from GB to Northern Ireland will have to submit a frontier declaration and what we call a combined frontier declaration. So a customs declaration along with a safety and security declaration. And that's the big change, Graham.
Okay. So, I mean, they've got to submit this declaration. I'm gathering that's one of the biggest changes. What else do they have to look out for?
Okay, well, yeah, one thing they don't have to do, which is an upside, is they don't have to do an export from GB. So there's no export declaration from GB, and therefore that you can already tell that the Northern Ireland protocol is fairly unique, if not absolutely unique, where it's there's not two sides to the equation here. That it's a single entry. So we have to make an import declaration, but there's no export declaration required. So, I mean, for traders, then you know who do not have this connectivity, these approvals, they're going to have to engage with a frontier agent. They're going to have to make sure their haulier is aware of the requirements. There is another requirement coming in with the border or frontier declaration, is that GVMS, which is still being built by HMRC, Goods Vehicle Movement Scheme, that we're told will be effective and implemented 1st of January. Now that requires the haulier to obtain what we call GMR, Goods Movement Reference. Now the haulier, he or she, cannot obtain that GMR until they have the movement reference numbers, MRNs, from the agent, evidence in the import declaration and safety security declarations into Northern Ireland. They need to pass that to the haulier. The haulier then gains access to the GVMS, populates that system with those MRNs, and then secures a GMR. he or she cannot check in with the shipping line or the ferry operator, say that's going out of Liverpool heading to Belfast, without that GMR. They will not be allowed to board that vessel to Belfast unless they have that GMR. So that's the control aspect to this. So not to repeat myself, but what good people moving goods will require is an import declaration and safety security declaration into Northern Ireland. They'll need to engage with an agent to be able to effect that. They then provide that to those MRNs, maybe one, maybe two, depending on who, and whether they're split declarations, but they can be combined. They provide those GMR, those VMRs, those MRNs, movement reference numbers, to the haulier. Haulier obtains the GMR, off they go. We then have the actual realism, it says realism of unfettered access, will be then secured as a result of following that process, Graham. So it's an added onerous requirement, but it's the world we shall be facing 1st of January for moving goods to Northern Ireland.
Okay. I know a lot of this guidance has been released, obviously, very, very late on in the year as we head towards the deadline date. But for traders that are out there, where can they find the correct information that they require?
Yeah, as previously stated, HMRC's own website, our website, obviously, with your great assistance, is keeping our members up to date. So absolutely head to our website for the latest. And also, HMRC are working in conjunction with one of our associated associations, the Institute of Export and International Trade, and developing and have created this TSS, Trader Support Service. Okay. So that's also a great source of knowledge and education. Although it's not a mandatory requirement if you're going to move goods into Northern Ireland, it's strongly suggested, and HMRC are advocating registering for that service to give you potentially the ability to do these declarations yourself, the customs and safety and security. Although I do not recommend that at all, and that you should engage a specialist to effect these declarations because of the need for accuracy. But TSS absolutely is an avenue to go to obtain all the information you'll need to know. Okay.
Right. Thank you very much, Clive. And if you do want to have a look at that information, it's on www.thebwa.com. So go and have a look and get in touch if you have any questions. Next episode, Clive, more on the Northern Ireland Protocol.
Well, I think for this evening, that's probably it. I mean, we await the conclusion of the EU UK negotiations, because that will directly impact, the NIP. That's not a done deal yet. It's not a finalised document yet. So we'll wait. I mean, we're being told that here tonight we're in the final week of those negotiations. So hopefully, when we gather again next week, Graham, we may have a resolution.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Okay. Thank you very much, Clive. All the best.
Pleasure. Speak to you soon, Graham.
Bye-bye.
You take care.